What's up guys, Sonofaboomer here. Today we are talking about budget ways to store firearms and ammunition. Let's get to it.
I don't think you made it.
Many people, when getting into firearms, don't realize how expensive being a responsible gun owner actually is. It's not just about purchasing a gun. You've also got to purchase safe storage, proper ammunition, training, whether that be through a professional or just going to the range often. There's lots of other things, cleaning materials, any accessories you want to buy. It can get really pricey really fast. Here on this channel, I really like to focus on those who are getting into guns or maybe have been into guns for a little bit, but are looking for more information or alternative ways specifically to save money. And that's why a lot of the videos that I put out are budget firearms, accessories, and so forth. What I wanted to talk about today was budget ways to store firearms and ammunition, because that is one of the big costs associated with owning firearms. It's a huge cost, several hundred to several $1,000s for a safe, that a lot of people don't even bother getting anything. So I want to talk about some ways that you can save a few bucks and have at least some form of security. So let's talk about that. So starting out, I have probably the least amount of security that I'm going to show or talk about. That is the Flambeau tactical case. It doesn't have to be Flambeau or whatever, however you pronounce this.
You're saying it wrong.
This is just the one that I have, but these cases, you can get them from $15 to like $30. They're just a single gun case, and they're hard plastic, but pretty thin. You can get thicker ones, but they're gonna cost a lot more money. And they've got spaces on them that you can put a padlock on. That's going to offer some security, not a ton, might keep your kids out. And if that's the goal, then that works. If you've got one gun, maybe that's something that will be an easy solution for the time being until you can afford something with more security. Let's look at something that offers a little bit more that you can put inside your house, a gun cabinet. Here I have a stack-on gun cabinet. It is made of metal, and it's got a 3-point locking system. You'll see there's one up top, one at the bottom, and when you turn the lock, this rotates and locks in right here in the middle. These are really nice. They offer a lot more storage than just obviously a case. They also offer a lot more security than just a case would. Stack-On's a good brand. There are a lot of other brands out there that make decent gun cabinets. I know for Stack-On, usually they're going to be between $150 and $300 from what I see, and that's going to depend on some of the features and how many guns you want to be able to store on this. This one holds 8. Now, speaking of budget, I actually picked this one up used at a Deseret Industries. Here on the western side of the United States, they are a thrift shop chain, kind of like Goodwill. So I stopped by, I saw this. It was flipped upside down in between 2 cabinets, or file cabinets, and I don't think they knew what it was because it was $10. It was missing a key, so I had to replace the lock, but it was open, so luckily I could inspect it and look at it. Had some dings, wasn't in the best of shape. Like I said, it was missing a key, but for better or worse, I gave it a spray paint job, replaced the locking mechanism on it, and it's been working great ever since. I advise you check out any thrift shops you got nearby you, Facebook Marketplace. I found this for $10.
I'll make that deal.
And between the lock that I replaced and the spray paint, I'd probably have spent about $25 total on this gun cabinet. And I can store 8 guns. It also has a shelf up here, so I actually can store a couple pistols up here too, and a pegboard, so later on I could add some sort of hangers and such. Now there's another type of gun cabinet that I see pretty frequently for sale, and that is the wooden gun cabinets with a glass front. Those are really great for display, putting in your home. They do offer some security, especially from little hands and stuff getting in there, but when it comes to combating theft It's got glass for the front. First off, your intruder can see everything that's inside of it. And second off, it's very easy for them to get in. This metal, although it's not super thick, you're gonna need some tools to get into it. And you're gonna need a little bit of time. Not as much as a safe, obviously, but you do need a little bit of time. Versus a gun cabinet with a glass front, you just need a rock and you can get in. So that's my only hesitation in recommending those. I think they're really cool, and I'm not saying you shouldn't get one of those. I kind of want to get one and put it in my house just for display purposes. But if you're looking for actual security, that's a real downside in my opinion to them. Okay, now that we've talked a little bit about gun storage, I want to talk about ammo storage and some cheap alternatives for organizing and storing ammo. Okay, so for ammo, I've got here a file cabinet. File cabinets are a dime a dozen right now. Not as many people are using them to store their files and such because we live in an increasingly paperless and hard copy world.
Dunder Mifflin. Limitless paper in a paperless world.
Everything is done online. And so people are getting rid of these in droves. Most file cabinets have a locking mechanism on them, making them very easy to store important stuff inside of them. This one is really dumb and doesn't have it, but I plan on putting a locking mechanism on this soon enough, just haven't gotten to it. These gun cabinets I think are really great for organizing your ammunition. For instance, I've got several guns, so I've got this top shelf dedicated to 22 ammo as well as my magazines. This middle, or this second one, I've got towards pistol, rifle, and you can't see it down there, but I've got one dedicated to shotgun shells. You don't just have to store your boxes of ammo loosely in here, although you can, but to keep your ammunition really safe, go to Harbor Freight or any place that sells ammo boxes. These usually have a watertight seal inside of them, little rubber seal. Helps keep everything dry and away from the elements. And they fit perfectly sideways inside these file cabinets. They'll fit these little 30 cal cans. They'll also fit the 50 cal ones. Anything bigger than that, they're not really gonna hold. But various different, I've got various different brands and stuff in here. At Harbor Freight, you can find these, I think, for about $4 or $5 each. And the file cabinets you can find for anywhere from $5 to $15. These will start adding up as time goes on, but if you're just starting out and you don't have a ton of ammunition, you might not need a whole file cabinet. You can just use the ammo box. And the ammo box also has a little space for locking it. So another great way to keep little kids and such from getting into things they're not supposed to. Obviously, when it comes to keeping little hands and stuff away from your guns and away from your ammo, the best thing you can do is educate your children. But regardless of the education, I still believe that it is important to have ways of storing ammo and guns safely. It's always a good check and balance, making sure people understand, and then also doing your part to make sure that the guns are and the ammo are not easily accessible to people who should not be getting into them. Those are just some of the ways that I store my stuff. If you like this kind of content and you want to see more of it, go ahead, leave a like, comment down below. Do you have any ideas that I didn't go over? Also leave that in the comments. Please subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate your viewership. As always, God bless you, and I'll see you next time.